Hello, welcome to Fitbox. I'm Jenny. Today we are loving our bodies, giving ourselves a little bit of a treat. And to make sure that all our activities, all our training, strength training, cardio is effective, we need to be mobile. So today's workout is a mobility workout. We're looking particularly at the shoulders and hips, along with the whole of the body, of course. If anything doesn't feel right for you today, if it gets too hard or is uncomfortable, you can stop at any time. Please do not feel that you have to keep pace with me. So sit yourselves comfortably and we'll start. I don't mind how your legs are. Try and sit up tall and just reach forward. Reach forward as far as you can. And then we're going to pull the hands back and link the hands behind the body. And do that again, reach forward. This time grasp your hands and separate your shoulder blades. And then pull your hands back, link your hands if you can, and lift them up behind you. And we do that one more time. Press the hands forward, link the hands, reach as far forward as you can, and then drop the head down. And you should feel a stretch in the neck and the top of the back. Lift your head up, draw your hands back, link your hands behind your back, lift those arms up away from your body and release down. Let's press the shoulders down to the floor and sit up tall as you can, with the neck long. Drop the chin forward again. Lift the head up and drop the head to one side. Feeling that stretch through the side of the neck, up to the center, and drop the head to the other side. And up to the center. We're going to bring our arms in, reach up high, and pull down low. So we're just mobilizing through those shoulders. Reach up, pull down. One more time. And pull back. Bringing the hands to the shoulders, lift your elbows forward, and then circle the shoulders back and around. Elbows coming forward. Try and keep the elbows moving in the same way if possible. When the elbows are down, we're going to take that circle the other way, putting the shoulder blades back, bringing them round and dropping them down. Nice. Hands down to the floor, chests lift up. Feel free to move your legs if you become uncomfortable in any way. We're going to bring the one arm in front of the body and wrap the other hand behind our back. And now reach for the opposite elbow. So you rotate the shoulders. Reach out to the side, breathe in, wrap, and do the same thing in the opposite direction, rotating round. So you're releasing out through the upper back, mid-back, getting a little bit of rotation. Deep breath in, wrap the arms around, and reach there. Let's lean back a little bit, should be a little bit more comfortable on the hip. Lift your chest up high. We're going to take one arm and lengthen it out behind us, nice straight arm, and then reach up and bring that hand in front and reach back. So we've got a big movement in the shoulder. Reaching to the front and reaching to the back. And change sides. Take the other hand back, reach back as far as you can, and bring that arm forward and back. It's interesting to make note of any differences you might feel one side compared to the other. So you're doing a big arc with your arm. Nice deep breaths. Sit yourselves up tall. Drop your shoulders down your back. keeping the sit bones down. One elbow lifts and we reach over here. Big reach long in the arm and reach forward and around. So we just mobilize through the spine, take the hands behind the back, drop the head down and slowly uncurl. Let's do that on the other side. Elbow lifts up high, lean over to the side, reach long, reach forward, come all the way around, feel that stretch spreading through the back and slowly uncurl up. Have a look at how your legs are positioned. Let's just cross with the other leg in front. It may well feel slightly weird. And we do the same thing again, starting with the second side first. Sit bones stay down. Big reach forward. Come all the way around, just hold briefly at the bottom, take the hands behind the back. Slowly uncurl up. Elbow lifts up high. Big reach over. Reach forward. And around. And sit yourselves up. Okay, let's separate the legs. So we want a 90-degree angle in the knees with the ankles flexed and lean back again so the hands are behind your back. Try and rest the knees on the ground. We're just going to pick the knees up and switch sides. So we start to mobilize those hips. Knees up and switch sides. And again, side to side. Heels stay down. You may find yourself moving as you do this. Let's just hold with one leg in front and the other leg behind. Come forward over that front thigh, trying to square the knee with the center of the shoulders and almost bring that back hip around. You should feel some activation in your glutes. Come up part way and frame your front thigh. Lift your back leg off the floor and tap the knee and the heel to the ground. So we're just rotating through the back hip. This is activating the muscles that rotate. Move that hip. So glutes, hip stabilizers, release down. Take the hand behind, swap sides. Come forward over the front leg, which is the other leg now. And once again, feel that little stretch activation in the back side. Come up so you can frame your front thigh, lift the back leg off the floor, tap the knee, the heel, the knee, the heel. So we move through the other hip. Again, you might notice there's differences one side to the other. Don't worry if there are, it's normal. It's not ideal, but normal. And let's take the hand behind and we remobilize those hips. Now this time, if you want that little bit more, bring your arms back up in front of you. Come into the center, bringing the soles of the feet together. Squeeze the knees down. And release. So we're actually using the glutes to put some length through the inside of the thighs. So we've got some active lengthening and strengthening. Let's release out. Take the legs behind and come up onto all fours. So you're in a horse stance now. I'm just going to turn sideways so it's more easy for you to see. In this position, let's press into the hands and separate out the shoulder blades. Feel like you're rounding up through the very top of your back. And then slide the shoulder blades together and feel the chest drop to the floor. Again, press into the hands, separate the shoulder blades, and slide the shoulder blades together. Again. We can progress this movement by sucking in, flexing through the back into cat stretch, and lifting the tailbone, lifting the chest and the head for cow. So this is flexion and extension. One more time. Let's tuck the toes under, lift the hips up. If you don't like coming into an inverted position here, just literally press back into one leg. And of course change sides if you're on just one leg. Let's come back into kneeling and kneel up tall. Reach down to one side and reach down to the other side. Try to avoid leaning forward or backward, and just feel that activation in the side of the bodies. One leg steps forward, so we're in a lunge. Opening out the hip flexor on the back leg. Knee behind ankle at the front, weight in the heel, and knee aligned center foot. We're just going to reach up, squeeze the back sides, brace the abs. Now separate out those arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, come all the way down, link and lift. Come forward here, sit back, press the hips back, keep the toe down, lengthen the back, come forward again, press back, and we're going to take the leg to the side. Try not to rotate at the hips, but keep the hips square, and then press the knee wide over the center of the foot as we drop the hips down and release. We're going to go through this sequence on the other side of the body. You should feel some activation on the inside of the thighs, releasing out through the hips. Right, step forward with the other leg. I'm going to change my position again. Knee over center foot, drop long, big reach up. Squeeze the backside, reach up towards the ceiling. Now separate out the shoulder blades, or out the arms, I should say. Squeezing the shoulder blades together actually, and reach down, linking the hands, lifting behind you, keeping your abs strong. Feeling that stretch through the hip on the back leg. Let's come forward, frame your front foot, and press your hips back. Lift the chest, lift the tailbone. Feel length through the back of the leg. Nice deep breaths. Come forward, step yourself back and take that leg out to the side, keeping the hips square, using the arm to help guide the knee over the center of the foot as we release through the groin, inner thighs. Mobilize the hips. Knee sliding over the center of the foot. One more time. Stepping back in, bringing the hands back down, separating out the shoulder blades, pressing into the heel of the hand, sucking the abs in, releasing, sliding the shoulder blades together, lifting the chest. Bring the hands forward, weight comes forward into the hands, knees separate, hips drop back, into child's pose. Reach your arms forward as you drop your hips back to release through those shoulders. We're going to come up, slide one hand under the other arm. Try and keep your shoulders square as you drop back down. You should feel a stretch through the back of the shoulder. And then turn and look. at the hands, and you get a slight rotation. Stacking the hands, bending at the elbows and stacking the elbows is a progression. More intense rotation, more movement through the shoulders. Release it down. Bring the weight forward here. Come forward into plank on the knees. Press into the shoulders. Brace the abs. Sit back. Reach the shoulders, the hands forward. Drop the hips back into child's pose. And reach under the opposite arm. Keeping your shoulders square, feeling that release through the back of the shoulder. Turn and look to the hand. You get a slight rotation. You can hold it here if that's enough for you. And if you do want more, you stack the hands and then bend the elbows. Looking up towards that top elbow for more intensity and rotation. Coming back up here, hands come forward, weight comes forward into the hands, sit back into child's pose. We're going to bring the weight forward, tuck the elbows to the side and lower to the ground. Reach your arms forward with your thumbs up and circle your arms back. Bring the hands together behind your back if you can. Take the arms out to the side and reach back to the front. Bring the palms together above your head. Let's do that one more time. Bringing the hands up the back. Really putting some work through the shoulders. Bring the arms out to the side, thumbs up. Circle down. So we're keeping the arms straight. Slight extension through the back, just to help lift the chest and shoulders off the floor. One more time, thumbs up and circle round so we get some mobility in the shoulders. Good job. Let's press up and sit back. We should feel a little bit more mobile here. We're now going to come over onto our backs. So I'm turning sideways again, just so it's easier for you to see what I'm up to. Lie yourselves down. Bring your feet in so that your feet are underneath your knees and connecting to the floor. Shoulders stay down, nice natural position for the neck. We're going to press the lower back into the floor and lift the tailbone off the floor and then keep lifting. So we lift the backs up one vertebrae at a time until we find our bridge. And then one vertebrae at a time, we lower those backs down to the ground, really controlling through that movement. Let's do that again. Press the lower back into the floor, lift the tailbone, and lift the back up one vertebrae at a time until you find height. And then we're coming back down and hugging the knees into the chest. So we should feel the lower back lifting off the floor, the tailbone lifting off the floor, I should say. And the lower part of the back almost presses into the ground and then comes off the ground. One leg goes down straight, the other knee pulls into the chest here. So just pull that in a couple of times, releasing your glutes, activating your hips. Hold the knee in there, take the arms out to the side. So we're trying to hold the knee in close using our abs, no longer holding on. We're going to circle that knee wide to the side, bring the foot down to meet the other foot, and bring the knee across the body. As you do this, pull the knee back into the chest and take it out wide. Try and feel some tension in your abs, knee back to chest, and let's take that movement the other way. So your hips, your pelvis stays pretty still. all the way round, so we've got big movement in that hip joint area, and hug the knee into the chest again. That leg replaces to the floor, and we change sides. Pull the knee in a few times. There's a slight pinching, don't be too alarmed, just activating gently, pulling the knee in to release. Then we're going to hold the knee in and take the arms out to the side. Drop the knee wide. Again, engaging the core, trying to keep your pelvis still and controlling that movement so nothing's too fast. Knee goes out wide to the side, trying to keep the hips level. Knee comes across the body and into the chest. And let's take that movement the opposite way around. Feeling the movements actually in the hip joint. Rotating through, hold the knee into the chest and hug in. Going to change sides again, foot to knee, and bring the knee across the body, keeping the shoulders down. So you stretch all the way through the side of the body. Going to lift the back arm, the arm on the opposite side to the knee, up. So the hands come one on top of each other, should be quite relaxing, and open out. Rotate, roll onto your sides, and open out. Try to keep your shoulders down, just working on that range of movement. That knee will gradually get a little bit closer to the floor. Let's come up to the center and change sides. So I'm going to change my position just so you can see from a different angle. Bring the knee across. Hold that stretch there. Put a little bit of pressure on the thigh at the top with this hand. Don't have to if it doesn't feel right. Lifting the back arm, roll over onto your sides. And come back. Nice deep breaths. Let's do this. So you feel these stretches which go through multiple muscle groups and joints wherever you're tightest. So don't worry, exactly where you're feeling it. Could be your shoulder, your waist, your hip, could be elsewhere. Come back up to the center, hug both knees into the chest and mobilize. Tuck the chin in. You don't have to get up like this, but sit yourselves up. If you want to, that's fine. Legs are out wide in straddle. Now, absolutely fine to take a lock off your knee or sit up on a little cushion if that feels better for you. Trying to keep your back straight, reach your arms out. We wrap one hand behind the other, and then this arm that's in front goes to the outside of the opposite leg, and we exhale and reach down towards the little toe and reach around with your fingers of the back hand. Sit yourselves up tall. Breathe in, wrap, reach to the outside of the leg. Exhale, reach down. And again, sit up tall. Wrap and reach. One more time. Wrap and reach. Nice. Bending the legs in, dropping to one side. Hands can stay behind you or come in front of you. Let's remobilize those hips. And take a deeper glute stretch this time. Knee bent on the front leg, open out the back leg as far as feels comfortable for you. Bring the hip around and drop the chest down, keeping a 90-degree angle in the knee and a flexed ankle just to help protect the knee. Sit yourself up, hold the ankle on your back leg, take the knee back. Squeeze the hip forward. If you want to come around a little more, please do. Heel towards backside. Release out. Open out your chest. And ease back. Just feeling the stretch through the front of the thigh and into the hip on this leg at the back. Come back up and change sides. So we're opening out the back hip this time, coming around for a more intense stretch through the glutes. Hold that position. Nice deep breaths. Release out, hold the ankle on your back leg. Take the knee back, rolling the hip forward. You can hold it here and come round a little bit further. Back heel drops down to the floor. Open it out through the chest and just lean back until you feel that stretch, supporting your weight on your hands. Don't have to lean back at all. If you've got that stretch and it feels good, hold it where it is. Coming back up to the center, release out. Let's cross the legs as we were at the beginning. Sit yourselves up tall. Hands behind your back. We're going to take one arm and reach over in front of us and to the back of us. And again, forward and back, and change sides. Reach to the front and reach to the back. So we've got a little bit more mobility in the body all over. Last time. Sit yourselves up, link your hands and lift high. Feel that stretch through the front of the body. Release it down, elbow to shoulder. Elbow lifts up really high. We reach up high, straightening the arm if we can. Reach forward to the diagonal, so we're actually stretching through the back. Release it out. Sit yourselves up tall. Press the heel of the hand down to the ground. Take the head away from the arm you've just moved. And if you want to add a little bit of extra pressure, go ahead. But you probably don't need to if your shoulders are down your back. Head lifts back up. Swap sides, elbow lift, big reach over, straight arm separates out the ribs, reaching forward on the diagonal, come all the way around, hands behind, slowly up, press the heel of the hand down to the ground, grow the neck, drop the head. There's our stretch through our neck. Release it through. Let's take the legs out to straddle. We're going to bring one arm onto the inside of the thigh, elbow up, and reach long. You can do this with a bent leg if it's better for you. Change sides, elbow onto the inside of the thigh, reach up, reach long. And let's just release out. So cross the other leg in front and we go through our stretch sequence for our back, this side. Come all the way around. Slowly uncurl up. All the way around, big, big reach. Slowly uncurl. And hold it there. Hopefully you feel a little bit more mobile and movement feels a little bit freer and easier. We'll see you next time.